We're going live. Let's see what's happening over here. Oh, Tamila writing here and in both lives. We will hang out for a moment and see if some people will make it over. I am also. We will hang out for a moment and see if there I am. Are going to make it over here. So the funny thing with YouTube, when you're streaming, there's always this delay. So as I'm speaking, you're probably hearing me about, I don't know, 5 seconds later or 10 seconds. I don't know, just depending on the bandwidth. So you guys are so adorable. I love watching the comments, and I'm glad that you liked the continuous line art vibe as much as I do. I just find it so mesmerizing and enchanting. You're like, whoa, it's like you're following a race or something. I don't know. It's like squirrel, squirrel. So, hello, everybody. I see you coming in. Yes. Thank you again so much for being here. I haven't gone live in a minute, and no tears, guys. I'm not trying to make you cry. It's just about sweetness. I was concerned. I'm like, oh, is it like too gooey? Is it like too like, oh, here's my all my love goo like splattered on a screen? I hope that wasn't too much for anybody, but thank you so much. Thank you for your beautiful comments. So, oh, mom's here. Hello, hello. So I don't know if you guys saw the little trailer that I created. It was kind of leading up to this thing. Maybe you watched it or not, but it explained some of the reasons of how this video came about. And thank you again. I'm seeing your comments. I'm going to be good. And if you do have any questions, maybe in about a couple minutes or so, I'm going to be able to post any questions and answer them for you. But I do want to share just a little bit of backstory and just talk about the song a little bit, about where it came from and the build of this video. So when I released the song about a month ago, I had this little blurb. And again, I feel like nowadays with social media, sometimes you feel like you're shouting into like just an empty cave of nothingness. Like you don't know if people are hearing you or seeing your content or what the hell is going on. So I had a shout out for people to submit or send me their true love photographs. And I thought it would be fun to make this kind of collage video thing of everybody's true love and kind of, I don't know, for all of us to inspire each other with love stories. And I got like 3 images. And like, I don't know if I just didn't present it well or it just wasn't happening or everyone just wanted to send photos of their pets. I mean, maybe this should have just been like about people and their true love pets because I've totally been there. But so I was like, okay, this is not going anywhere. This sucks. And oh, what a fail of an idea. So I was like, okay. And then my mom had a comment about the album art, which my friend Dirk from Diamond Cobra had made the art. She's like, "But that's not you in your room." And I was like, "Well, no, but it's the idea of us." And she's like, well, it should be about you and your own. And it just made me think about, okay, making a video with us and like, okay, maybe I could get Puck like to shoot some footage of us on the beach at sunset. And then I was thinking about how much Jeroen hates to be on camera. And even though he's so beautiful and magnetic, like putting him and me through this, I was like, I don't think I can make one of these sappy sunset like love videos. This is so cliche. Yes, the song is about kind of us being on the beach and yeah. Oh, Cat. Yeah. Oh, let me show Cat's little comment. That's why I couldn't submit because I only have pet ones. Yeah, exactly. Like I get that. Like sometimes our true love is our animal. It's totally cool. Shadow was my true love for a long time. So, and I didn't know where to send my, okay, thank you for letting me know. Thank you. This is good feedback for Laura here. I need to know about these things. So where was I? Okay. cringy sunset video, not going to happen. And then I thought about, yes, this person that I like to follow on Instagram, and let's bring her up here. I'm just going to show a little bit of this. So Anastasia Flicks, this was also in my, oh, activate subtitles. I can't do it. I can't do it. I think that's a YouTube. Marie just said this. Oh, yes. Oh, where is she? I can't activate the subtitles. I will try to speak very clearly. Maybe on the YouTube replay that can work. It's because I'm in StreamYard and can't do it. Sorry, dear. Next time. Oh, thank you, Desiree. Okay. So let's look at this. So what's so cool about this aesthetic of hers is like you don't know what it's going to become, right? So you're just following the process of her art making in this continuous line style. And I just love her videos and have followed her for a bit. And so this was the inspiration. And so I thought, man, it would be so cool to make a video where this is really animated, and oh yeah, Tamila follows her too, where it's animated and we can put this together. So I found a artist on Fiverr where I also work that offered animation videos, and you know, someone had mentioned earlier this obviously took a lot of time, and I'll tell you what it really did. It took us about a month working on this because I definitely had to direct it. You know, I had to choose the images to use, think a little bit about the story and concept, and you know, this is you know, you probably recognize some of these images from the video, right? So these are just some of the things that were used in the creation of the video. So basically, I made a mock-up video with the photographs laid in, more or less with the timeline of where I kind of wanted things to flow in and out. And yeah, but I really love that, like, you're following the line, and you're chasing the line over to the next space, and I don't know. I just found this stuff so fun to watch, and just yeah, wanted to yeah, make something like that. So yeah, some of these things have been on my Instagram. Some of these things you've probably seen before. So that time of my life, like when I wrote this song, it was summer of 2018, and my life 2018, you guys, like everything in my life changed. My work changed. I basically moved from Austin, being a piano teacher and playing with other bands, to this kind of full-time gig of touring that was going to allow me to be in Europe more. I had already met Jeroen in 2017, and in 2018 I was able to spend more time here, and we had this epic, perfect summer of amazing weather that doesn't always happen in the Netherlands. Sometimes we get super gypped on good weather, warm weather. And where we live in The Hague, from our house, it's only a 10-minute bike ride to the beach. So this is something that in summertime, you really have to take advantage of. And like, let's go to the beach. I mean, the weather's warm, so let's go, go, go. And everyone in Holland, you know, rides a bike, and a lot of people ride really shitty bikes, okay? And some people ride really posh electric fancy bikes. But as I was coming as a new visitor to this you know, relationship in this place, Jeroen was so sweet, and I just wanted to share the little story about my first Dutch bicycle. He had his eye, I guess, and Jeroen, I don't know if he's watching. He probably isn't, but maybe he can correct the story. But what I remember is that I think this bike had been tied up to some pole, you know, and abandoned, and he had been keeping an eye on it because sometimes bikes are just left, you know, like nobody thinks about them anymore. They forgot that they locked them, or they're just so crappy, or the tire is flat and no one wants to repair it. And so he had this eye on a bike, I guess, that was around the corner, rusty, just, you know, cruddy. And he knew I was coming over here. And of course I would need a bicycle. And so he took his angle grinder and like cut the lock and like, and brought it over. He wasn't stealing. I mean, this thing had been properly abandoned. And then he picked up, fixed up the bike, welded a couple things. So when I came, that was my first Dutch bicycle, and she was called the Little Booger because she was like this green, like crusty booger green crap, like everyone hears you coming, like all the noise it makes. But I was so proud of that bike, and it was such a summer of love and us cruising around. Gosh, and it's so sad. I don't think I have a photograph of it. These are a few pictures of our little summer of love. And look at Jeroen. That is a bike lock, that chain that's around his neck. Really funny. And at the time, he also drove a pretty crappy bike, this beach cruiser. But of course, he looked like it's really crappy, but it's really cool looking too. And, we just had this really quality time falling in love, getting to know each other, going to the beach, having this just special summer. So at the time, I was in a songwriter challenge, and this is actually where the captain came from also. And it's a songwriter group where you are given a prompt, like a little phrase to use, and then you create a song from it. And in the captain, the tag was underwater void. Underwater void was the phrase I had to use. And at this time, when I was kind of all these feelings of love and stuff, the lyric that was the prompt that had to be put into this song was "Stare with an evil eye." So you can imagine that, if the prompt for a song is "stare with an evil eye," you might think that it would be a much darker kind of tone of a song. But it actually ended up making its way. My True Love was written from that songwriter challenge, and of course, just those feelings of love that I was happening. We sit on the sand by the ocean, you shine in the sun, you keep me hoping, right? Having faith in this potential future for us. No words to speak, no promises broken. I know your truth, you know my devotion, right? That commitment to love. We stare at clouds, we laugh for no reason. The sun falls down behind the horizon, right? It's all so beachy, so beachy. Seagulls stare with an evil eye, because here we are not fans of seagulls. They're little creepers, they're rats with wings, they're not that awesome. Don't feed them, people. But they're always like scavenging around, and they search for what has been left behind. And this idea of searching for what has been left behind always made me think about, for Jeroen and I, that sometimes when you fall in love later in life, right? We met in our 40s, and I felt like he and I were what had been left behind, and we found each other, and I'm not trying to be like kind of sad or tilted about it, but it's like sometimes you go through life and yeah, your dog or your cat is your true love because partnership hasn't found its way into your life, or there's just been this kind of chain of unsuccessful relationships. So sometimes you feel like, wow, like no one's found me, or like maybe I'm the one left behind. So it was just kind of a really beautiful part of our love story that, just feeling like we just kind of found the match. It's so easy to fall, all right? It's so easy when you don't try at all, okay? Probably all of us have had friendships or relationships where we feel like we're trying. Oh, sorry, quick, gotta show this one real quick. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you. Um, that you're trying and they're just not succeeding, right? You're trying to win at this relationship. You're trying to like contort yourself or make this person happy, and everything you're doing is just not enough, right? So if you're trying too hard, it's probably not meant to be. And this is definitely a lesson to remember. And this probably applies to everything, even with work. When you're forcing something, it shouldn't be, we shouldn't have to force things. It's easy to see Cupid shot an arrow in me this is kind of back to like when we first met. It was a bit of a love at first sight situation. Like I was like, oh my God, he's glowing and like he has the aura and he's the most beautiful man I've ever seen. And what is happening? It was like, like, what do you call that when the vampires do the thing? They glare. Is it gleam? Glare? There's a thing where they kind of hypnotize you. That's how it felt, like a shot with that arrow. It's easy to see that you're the one I'm going to follow. It's easy to be, right? And this is how we should feel, that this sense of just being, right? We don't have to do anything but just be together. It's easy to be easy, right? And this is what love is about, right? The ease of things, the easiness. So, yeah, that's what's going on. Okay. Oh my goodness. Let's look at this one real quick. My mom almost got ran over by an S-bike 3 times during our trip to the Netherlands. Got to watch out for the bikes, not the cars. Yeah. These electric bikes that are going on these days, oh man, they go so fast. It's so wild. Yes. Do any of you guys, I love all the comments. Do any of you guys have any questions? I know I'm really good at just like babbling on and sharing. I wish, let me see. I like this. Oh, this is interesting, Desiree. It was so charming and simple. I feel like a lot of music videos try to be so loud and in your face, but for a song like this, the line art concept was perfect. Thank you, Desiree. It's a really sweet comment. Yes, just going back. Oh, yes. All right. Will you ever sing the song live, Robin? Thanks for the question. I think so. I should. Remember, Robin, I mentioned on Patreon that I did want to do a set list. I asked you guys to help me write a set list, and I do want to do a little live show. That needs to happen. And thank you for the nudge. And yes, I want to do that. Yes, along with some other songs. I'm just a little rusty. I feel like I'm a little out of practice. Thank you for the question. Let's check that. Oh, no, it went away and now it's back. Okay, who did all the instrumental parts for the song? What a great question. Thank you for asking. So I tend to, my process for writing music is generally piano first. So you hear that foundation of the piano, and I'm going to bring something to the stage real quick here. For my Patreon group, I actually made, let me pause this just a moment because we're going to talk about the instrumentation. I made an instrumental mix called My True Love Without Words. And this really allows us to hear all the parts without the vocals in the way. And I think this is a really interesting way to listen to the song. And I really did this because I do these monthly chats with my patrons, and I was showing them the session and kind of showing them all the layers to build in the music. And they were like, wow, it sounds so good as an instrumental. And I asked them, should I make an instrumental mix? And they're like, yeah. So this is available for download on the Patreon garden page. I'm not here to just like push Patreon, but I do want you guys to know about it, that it's a $5 a month thing, and you get to do live chat with me, and I get to like share the best parts of myself on that platform. And this is a cool approach. I am going to jump ahead just for time's sake. Okay, so I did all the piano, synthesizers, textures, Earl Harvin on drums. I sent him the session, and Kaz Silvan, my colleague and homie that I work with, Cosmo Snyderman, did the bass. And I do want to talk a little bit about the instrumental, but let's just have a little listen. So you can hear the bass. I'm going to turn it up just a touch. Of the drums, more the details of the bass. I'm going to jump us ahead again. synthesizer. And jump us ahead just a little bit more. Listen to the bass. Cosmo crushing right here. Check it. So melodic. Do some floaty dancing right now. Just dub. Yeah. Okay, sorry. I hope you guys had some floaty dancing feels on that. But yes, Kaz did the bass, and Earl Harvin did the drums. Earl plays with Seal. Maybe you guys are too young to know who Seal is, but he's a heavyweight. Earl is the master. He's so incredible, and I'm so lucky to have him. Check this out real quick. Check out this little weird video. I just want to show you guys a little bit of the synthesizer business going on. So this is OP1 with the little circular knobs, and you should recognize that little synthesizer sound from what we just listened to. Hopefully you kind of are like, yeah, that's the sound she used in the song. So it is sometimes fun to use like not just synths and software instruments that are in the box, what I call like in the computer. It's kind of fun to use like real instruments and plug them in. So I hope that answered your question. I know I kind of went long with that. So let me see if there's any other cues. Quick, will you sing the song live? Will you play instrument? What music artist do I take inspiration from? All kinds of things. I'm big. I was really big into Bjork, Massive Attack. Again, I'm dating myself. You know, like I'm kind of a child of the '90s. I like dark electronic music. I don't know. And then I also love jazz and the jazz singers. And I always liked how they could make their voices like instruments and just sound different. I'm really not into a lot of pop and like definitely not musical theater or opera stuff. I like the weird stuff. I like voices that sound weird, but also like beautiful. And of course, like even artists like Jeff Buckley or people with just you want to just feel the soul and the blood and the all the things, the love and the pain and everything just pushing outward. So I would say it's really any artist that emotes a lot of emotion, where you really feel the emotion of their voice and their expression. What is this one? Do you remember the exact moment it became more than a feeling? That song, that sounds like a song lyric. Oh, okay. More than a feeling. I think that has been used. Exact moment became more than a feeling, as in terms to what? In terms of love, or that it turns into music? I might have to circle back on that one, Kat. What's happening here? Did you see the performance with Sophie and Matt? I didn't. They had invited me to go, and I just can't afford it. I'm not in a position where I could afford a ticket, or definitely not a live one. I really hope to see footage. Please share with me. I would love to see it. What was the animation process? Was the animation process with the artist hard, or how did the picture end up in there, and how did you decide which pictures? Yeah. I mean, just I mentioned this earlier a little bit. I just made a mock-up video with the stills just to think like, okay, like we made an agreement for the price of how many images. So I think we agree, I don't remember how many images we used, maybe 24 or something. And so once we agreed on like how many images we wanted to animate, so then I just put them into a timeline. And then, yeah, no real like deep process, just kind of picking the pictures that I thought would be the best. But thank you for that question. Next time we need you. Oh, thank you. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Yes, Alice. And Sophie did say, like, next time we're going to get you here, Laura. That would really be fun. It's funny, though, you guys, my music is so different style from them, but maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. Like, I don't know if I fit in their club. What was the hardest part of making this video or song? Finishing it. It's always the hardest part, Yora. It's always the hardest part. I have another song that I'm deeply in love with right now called Stay Wild, and you guys know how long I've been already working on this. The hardest part of making art, and give me a amen if you have experienced this, is finishing it, is getting it out the door, is setting it free. It's like it's done. This is the hardest part. I would say the video was not so hard to finish because I had someone helping me. You know, there's someone who's like, he's handling the art side, right? But when it's on me and I have to make sure like everything is T's are crossed and I's are dotted, and am I happy with this? And let's go out the door. You know, the hardest part is finishing. And I'm yeah. I want to finish things. I want to finish things. Patreon is awesome. I might not be pushing it on this video, but I will. Yes, you guys. Patreon is awesome. Patreon I started in about January, and it was really the result of a bit of my online trauma that I experienced, which happens to many people. Just taking it a bit personally, to be attacked and criticized, and I don't know, a bit of cruelty. And I guess I do need tougher skin. And I think when you are in this arena, like if you are putting yourself out there, like on YouTube, even what I'm doing right now, you will get critics. People will, and you'll say stupid things, or maybe even do stupid things, or we make a bad choice. We are human. This happens. And what I've realized in this ever-changing landscape of social media, like sometimes I really don't know where to be. And I decided I needed a safe place. It's like literally, where is my cocoon? Where is a place that I can feel safe and feel like I can fully be the expression of myself, and be in a community where people are loving and supportive and kind and curious, and we can engage, and I can get feedback and build something that is a community. And the garden, my Patreon community is where I've created that space. I do offer a free membership platform on Patreon, and do occasionally put content just for free members, because I know it's a pain, like having a subscription, even though it's $5 a month. You're like, I'm buying Laura a coffee once a month. Like, like I'm so grateful. I know it's tough. Everything matters. But I think it is important sometimes to have a bit of a paywall, just to know people, and it's also for me to give a little bit extra, right? To go the extra mile, to do things like making instrumental mixes for people, or doing a live concert stream over there, and giving of my time on Zoom, and just, developing a little bit more of a closer relationship with my patrons. So that's been going on since January, and I freaking love it. And I feel like I'm trying, continue to get better and offer more. I also give them discounts on Bandcamp stuff, and just trying to make it warm and cozy. Just trying to do good work over there. Yes, the instrumental version is good. I love listening to it. Oh, I could tell it was Kaze. His bass playing is very big note. It's just, he's just so amazing, and I just love what he put down. Yeah. Just cruising down. Thanks everyone for your comments. Yes, it's incredible how much work goes into these things. Thank you so much. Thank you, Leah. And thank you everyone for being here. Let me see if there's any more questions. Yes, Kiss from a Rose, Seal. Yes, that is the drummer plays with Seal. So if you do ever see Seal in concert, I think Seal's doing a lot more jazz shows now. But yeah, Earl's worked with him a long time. So pretty cool. Yeah, awesome. I would love to see Seal perform live, like nowadays. Yes, OP1, that is the synthesizer. Yeah. Reminds me of a voice like a siren. Yeah, and I did double it with some string things as well. Congratulations. Yay. Sometimes the cosmos and the universe aligns. Yes, and congratulations on your anniversary. Okay, I'm jumping. Yes, we got to bring Dylan over here. Yes, to Europe. Yeah, maybe we'll bring Dylan to the Netherlands and Germany. She could definitely do a lot of shows in Germany. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I'm missing. How long have we been on here? 30 minutes. Not a question, but really love what you do. I love listening to your music while I go to school. It helps me so much. Thank you. I got an amen. Yes. Unfinished projects. Finish your work, everyone. All right. Oh, another one. Yes. In a situation where I know it's, I'm so there too, guys. We're all in it, but it's so gratifying when you finish your work. So complete your projects, everyone. When approaching the songwriting process, do you start with the music or lyrics? Great question, Desiree. Thank you. When I write, and I think I've mentioned this before, I always start with the music. A lot of people build things from lyrics, or it all kind of comes together with melody. But I often do start with the sound. This is a good segue. Thank you, Desiree. I'm going to scoot over and just talk a little bit. I'm not going to perform the song, but I'm going to talk a little bit about the makeup of the song. The feeling of this tune at the beginning, I really wanted to have this kind of floating sensibility, that timelessness, right? So this kind of pattern, you're like, ooh, I'm floating in space. I'm so in love. Ooh, he's so pretty. I'm at the beach, right? So this is kind of the idea. Like it's more like building a sensation, and then ooh, something's gonna happen, right? So we have like maybe a low drone sound that comes in, and then that bass line, right? Which I originally play on piano, and Kaz and I double that. And that bass line really gives the groundedness to it. And it also brings the song of the rhythm of 4, like 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4. The groundedness of 4, but these triplet. So these are subdivisions of 3. So we're having a 3 over a 2. Oh boy, mathematics. I didn't ask for this, Laura. I don't understand. But it's to give it this kind of sway. So that's where it builds from, right? I'm like, okay, I really like this thing. And then the lyrics come, right? Sit on the sand by the ocean. And it's hard because the rhythm then of the lyric is also kind of weird and draggy. Then I love these chords, kind of building tension to something sweet that arrives, right? So there really is the music that is the color that builds. It's so easy to fall. You have to do a falling pattern, right? Falling down. Little mystery. It's so easy to be easy. It's so easy to just step down with nice, simple chords, y'all. Right? Yeah, the music is the driver for me. You know, the music is the foundation, what makes the color, and is the inspiration of where you go further with the song. Yes. Okay. I'm just looking at notes. A little note about here. Yeah, people are the fastest to judge from a place of safety. It's so important for people to stop and consider intent. Yeah, so we're kind of backtracking about my explanation of why I created Patreon, and it is so true, you guys. When we are behind the mask of safety, of an avatar, of, you know, it is unbelievable. Just, you know, I watch a lot of videos and I check out things and I look at the comment feed and it's just like, why? Why are people so judgy and so cruel and so unnecessary? What happened to that old rule? If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. Like, it's okay to just know you don't have to like everything you see. Like, and you don't have to say anything about it if you don't like it. Like, go on with it. Go on with it. Yeah. Alice, you know your real fans are the ones who pay for your stuff and patron, and not just there because of your involvement with a certain project. Sure, you know, Alice has been, yeah, a true supporter, and yes, thank you guys. Quick question about the pictures, and did you receive mine? You're oh, I don't remember. Maybe you sent it to me on Instagram, and sometimes I miss things there. I'm so sorry, dear. I was kind of looking more for things through email. I apologize, guys, for my fail. My fail. Let's not revisit that. Okay. Unrelated. Pick in the back, and the general decorations in the room are nice. Thanks, Tamila. Yes, this painting came from my mom. She bought it in London in the 60s, and on our last trip to America, we brought it. It's so big, but I packed it up and flew it over along with another new art piece that's in the main house. Um, it's always the little things that add a lot. You don't really notice until they're pointed out, isolated, or listen extremely closely. Yes, that is correct. That's also why it's nice, I think, to listen to instrumental versions because the vocals often are so much in your face. Thanks, Robin. Yeah, I like sharing the little backstory stuff. Yeah, attention to detail. Thank you. I like to play piano. I promise I will play more. I've been a little bit lazy. I think it's because I've been shy, sometimes a little insecure about playing live and being under the gun. But I need to show up for that. Yes, the ocean. Yeah, I agree. Doo 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 doo. It's like flowing. Exactly. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, so easy and free and to be cruel for real. Yes. Yeah, I don't know. We can be like it's so great to say nicer things. Social media made you way too comfortable just for not getting punched in the face. Nice one, Stratisfy. Like that. All right, guys. I think I'm going to wrap it up. I just want to thank you all so much. Yeah, for just being here, being supportive. Where is that comment? Oh, how did I get that? My ADHD break. Oh yeah, it's because it has boobies, guys. I know why you're looking at the painting, because the nips. Okay, I know what's going on. Wait. Can I cover it up? Okay, now you won't be distracted. Ah! Thank you all again for being here for the live stream. I hope you got something out of it and maybe a little bit more insight into the song. I really do enjoy doing these, and I appreciate your feedback. Please remember that Patreon does exist. Da, 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 da. There's my ticker. Join for free at least. And yes, and join the garden. I will be doing a live Zoom with everybody next Sunday. So if you want to join us, just join on. And I think now there is a discount for a yearly subscription that I had to earn my right to get that offering. I had to be on Patreon for a while before I was able to offer that. So that is up now. I do some private lessons here and there. It's very limited. It is a bit pricey, but my studio is pretty kicking ass these days with 3 camera setup. They are recorded and I help kind of get you going on what you want to learn. So if you are interested or even want maybe just a free consult or something, just reach out to me. You can find me somehow through the website or just DM me. I do miss things sometimes, but I will do my best to, just keep a lookout. What else? Yeah, and again, I know that there's been some interest in some of the snail mail offerings, and I did some of these collage pieces, and some of you guys maybe want to might enjoy like a little pen pal tier that I think I am going to offer soon. It will also be limited, but this will be where you get a postcard from me wherever I'm traveling. And I don't know, it's kind of a fun little thing. It's something I started doing with Jeroen when I was touring a lot in the US. It was my mission. Dylan actually was like, wow, you're such a good committed wife. I was like, I know, I send postcards. Look at me. I'm so special. I'm such a good lady. So I would send him postcards from different places I was traveling. So I kind of got into this little fun rhythm of snail mail because I think it's really sweet and it lets you know that you're being thought of. And it just, it's kind of fun to get these little things, tokens from different places around the world. So I may offer that for some of my sweet patron folks. Okay, thanks mom, thanks patrons, thanks friends streaming here. I'm so glad to be here for you. If you ever need anything, just reach out, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a great day, evening, wherever you are, and I'll see a bunch of you next Sunday. Okay, bye.